wait is over. Winter is finally here. Well, sort of, if you're a crafter, if you're someone that likes to take things and make them beautiful. Iron Orchid Designs winter collection has arrived, and I am an Iron Orchid Designs retailer, and this is the most exciting time of the year. I am so excited to show you some of my projects, to show you many of the new released items. You can get all of your IOD products at shoptheturnedleg.com, and I'll mail them right to your house. Please keep in mind as you're watching, many of these are limited edition, so once they're gone for good. So excited to show you what projects I created with the new IOD winter release. I picked up this piece at a thrift store. It was $7, but I think it is going to be a really cool piece for the holidays, and I'm going to be able to use so many of the new products. First thing I'm going to do is paint it with DIY paint. This is Blue Iris. DIY paint is an amazing clay-based paint. It is super thick and pigmented, and it goes on fabulous. It comes in more color than just this, so if this is not your color, I bet DIY paint has a color for you. Now I'm going to let it dry. The best thing about this paint is that it lightens when it's dry, so you know when it's ready for the next step. While it's drying, I'm putting my paintbrush into a Ziploc. This will help prevent it from drying out and make it ready for the second coat. For the next part of my project, I am going to need a new mold, and there are so many to choose from. IOD has come out with 6 brand new molds, and some are limited edition, so you want to pick them up before they're gone forever. You can use the molds with air-dried clay or resin, or even to bake with. I'm going to be using Char-Burlane for this project, and the first step in using a mold is I am going to be putting a little bit of cornstarch in the molds, and I kind of tap out the excess. Now I am using Iron Orchid Designs air dry clay. It is seriously the best clay. Just fill your mold, and then I use my thumb to level out the area. There is an amazing little rim called a micro rim that helps to smooth everything out. And I was really surprised while doing this project. I only used about half a bar of the clay for all of the houses. When they made these molds, they decided not to make them too thick, and that saves on clay. To release the mold is quite simple. Just peel back the mold and it will release nice. And check out the details on these molds. While my molds are still wet, I like to paint them with DIY paint. I'm using the same color as the frame, Blue Iris. Painting your molds while wet, you do have to be careful so you don't squash the molds, but this will help the molds from cracking too much. It kind of slows down the drying time. Just be careful to brush very lightly. Drying time varies on your molds. It depends on the conditions, so I usually let mine set overnight. If they're thicker, it might take longer. For my next project, I'm going to be using an IOD transfer, and this time there are 5 new transfers. They are all the smaller sizes, the 8 by 12 inches, perfect for any of your projects. The one I decided to use was Stag Tavern, although the choice was difficult. I picked up this burlap banner on Amazon, and if you check out the link below, you can find out exactly where I ordered it. Wasn't sure how this was going to turn out, but wait till you see the reveal at the end. I am using DIY paint Cottage Color in Anvil, and I'm just kind of doing a sloppy center. The nice thing about the DIY paint Cottage Colors is it's paint and top coat in one. So just paint and you are done. And it is the perfect paint to use for transfers. Make sure your paint is completely dry before putting down your transfer. And always the hardest part is picking out which transfers to use. Look at all these amazing transfers that come in this pack. Using these transfers is quite simple. You can actually put them on painted surfaces, I've even used them on windows. When you're cutting, you don't have to cut it out in great detail because when the transfer goes down, all you're going to see is the design. To adhere the transfer, you're going to use a tool that comes with the transfers and literally just rub it on. I also like that these have grid paper, so when you lay them down, you can make sure to get them nice and straight. If you decide not to use the whole transfer, the nice thing about these when IOD makes these transfers is when you cut parts out, it really makes it easy and it looks like it was always that way. So just cut around whatever you don't want. Save those scraps because they're going to be useful on future projects. The last step after applying a transfer is to apply a top coat. I like DIY Big Top for all of my projects. To get any of the paint or products that I'm using here today, including the brand new IOD winter release, you can go to my website at shoptheturnedleg.com, or if you're local, you can head over to my booth at Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, Michigan. The next day, my molds were dry, and now I'm going to bring back all of the details. When I painted these, you probably went, what the heck is going on? You can't see any of the cool details. In fact, I really couldn't even see them when it was all one color. So this step is very important. I like to paint my molds and then use a dry brush technique with very little paint to go over them in a contrasting color. It makes such a difference. For the contrasting color, I am using DIY paint, white linen. It is a cottage color, so there is paint and top coat in one. So I am sealing the piece and bringing out the details. Once the paint has dried, now I want to glue down my molds. My favorite glue for molds is Titebond wood glue. Yes, even on this project, it will work great. And just look how cute they turned out. A timely tale is a mini stamp set from IOD. This is going to be so great for all of your calendars and planning. But I'm looking at the bigger stamps. This is Gingerbread Lane, great stamp. This is Flurry. And the last brand new stamp is Winter Grove. I'm going to be using Flurry and Winter Grove with a little IOD ink to kind of mimic those painted windows at Christmas time. To lay out my project, I am just setting the stamps onto the project to try to figure out what will look best before I start stamping. I am also using another new product from IOD, and that is the mini thin mat down there, which is perfect for stamping all of your tiniest projects. I am using white ink, stamping lightly, and then I am going to set my stamp right down. You can use paint too for your stamps. I did find, because the mirror was a little slick, that using the IOD brayer really did help me get the best contact for this project. And I missed a spot, so all I did was put the stamp carefully back down and rub the area I needed to imprint, and it worked great. Now it was time to add some snow, and the Flurry stamp gives you two different choices, or you can use them together. I had a little bit of difficulty because the stamp was a lot bigger than my project, and so I decided that I would cut the stamp. In fact, after doing this project, I might cut it up even to smaller pieces just to make it that much simpler to pop in a snowflake wherever I want one. I am using a combination of clear wax and dark wax just to kind of give it a moody night sky vibe. I am so excited to show you how this piece is going to turn out. If you are using wax for the first time, don't freak out. It does dramatically alter how it looks, but I promise you, as it dries, it will even out. My intent with these projects was to inspire you, to show you a little bit about how to use these products, give you maybe some inspiration of what you might do, and I'm so excited to see what you will create. The biggest surprise in all of this was that banner. I thought it would kind of be a fluff project. I really didn't think it would turn out. I mean, it was going to be super simple, so simple things can't be good. But let's take a look at how both projects turned out. I think my favorite project was the banner that I created. And I could add like a little vintage fabric or maybe some greenery to it to make it stand out more. But what I loved is how easy it was. And I think you could make one of these for absolutely every season. You could also have like a little party where you have friends over and everybody makes their own. Kids could do this. Such a simple, fun project. And it's one of those things where I think anyone can do it and they're going to have success. These were just a few projects I wanted to make, but there are going to be so many great projects just all over the place once this release comes out on YouTube, on the Iron Orchids Facebook page, everywhere. And if it is your first time on this channel, welcome. I am so glad you are here. I have a vintage booth. I have been a vintage booth owner for over 11 years. I have learned a lot of stuff along the way, and I share what I've learned here on this channel. There are so many videos for you to check out, including what I'm buying, thrifting, and all of the things. I even have a big booth makeover coming out soon. Thanks for watching the video. Now get out there to salvage, repurpose, and create.